bag, that's a big number.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Minnesota Vikings. That'll be taken in the end zone. Gets around him. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Here we go.
Set. You're waiting.
Check Mike 54. Mike 54.
Hey, easy. You're good. You're good. Mike 4. Ready. 21.
Hey, foxtrot. Foxtrot. Protein spill.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Complete. Smith has it. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. So from the 36 now, first and 10.
Mike 55. Hey, wahoo.
Hey, easy.
Mike 55. Mike 55. Check.
You kill.
Hey, check 24. Check 24.
The first carry now. This is Alvin Kamara. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down. On second and 12, Breeze. He throws and he hits the slant route to Thomas. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
A nice run here early on. It doesn't take a great play caller to realize you want to establish a guy of his caliber with runs like this early because they'll pay dividends as the game progresses.
Hey, easy. You got time.
On second down, Kamara. And this time he's not going anywhere. They'll get him down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And I don't think Kamara got there. Looks like they stopped him short. Nothing doing on second and 3rd down after that 9-yard gain on first. They'll go for it. It's Breeze. He's got daylight. He's at the 30. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So they go on 4th down. Not only do they not get it, it turns into 6 points the other way. Disastrous.
And many people think you should just go ahead and knock it down in that situation. Turn it over for the offense. But I had a defensive coordinator recently tell me, we see that as a passive play. We don't do that anymore. We want the ball in our hands, and we want to head the other way.
It's probably also instinct a lot of times. If you see a lot of green grass ahead of you, go ahead and grab it.
It's the exact right play to do. That's knowing when to break the rules and when to make a play that maybe you hadn't been taught.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And following the pick six, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick six. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
They'll run here. It's Murray. And he will have the first down, but he winds up paying for it pretty good. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. They stay on the ground. This time it's Kamara. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 10 yards, good for his Saints first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy's setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
Breeze now on first down. This is complete to Michael Thomas. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we?
We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break the tackle and turn it into a bigger game. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield.
That one, a first down pickup of 8. Breeze now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's first and 10. Back to the ground. It's Kamara. And he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. 6-0 our score after one. Ready for the second quarter from New Orleans. It's the Saints in possession as they're looking at a second down and 9 to go.
55. Right there, 55. Watch the curve.
On second and 9. Breeze out of the backfield. That's complete to Kamara. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Breeze going to come up here, first and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. On the ground, Kamara. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. The tackle made there by Harrison Smith. Looking to throw on second down. Breeze again has it complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. From 19 yards away. As his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see. Great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive. They've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Cousins and the Vikings with a first and 10 at their own 19-yard line. From the gun, here's Cousins. That's complete to the receiver, Thielen. And they're able to get this one across the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19. From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it second and 5. Tackle there going to Marshawn Lattimore. For Dalvin Cook, if the early part of the season is any indication, it might be a 2-horse race between he and Christian McCaffrey for the rushing title in 2019. And the Vikings, they have not been shy about using him, and he's responded with 100-yard games seemingly every week, including that Week 2 game against the Packers when he rushed for 154 yards. They'll roll him out right, and that is incomplete.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 32-yard line. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Play action now, Cousins. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. 23 yards on the play. 2 big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll run with Cook, and he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's second and goal. They try again with Cook. And he will score. Touchdown, Vikings. A 13-yard touchdown run. And the Vikings are going to retake the lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
Bailey now to kick it away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. Coming up at halftime in a little less than 2 minutes, we'll send you to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman is standing by. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first.
Good kill. 36.
Breeze now on first down. They complete it to Hill. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Complete to Taysom Hill.
Ready? Come on, Nate. 11.
Second and
Looking to throw again on second down. Breeze gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he gets it down to the 32. That one a first down pickup of 8. Breeze leaves this one with Kamara. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is, and really a lot of the time they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance, they're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 15 yards on the play, first down. Running with Kamara. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Throwing on second down. Breeze. And he slings one that's incomplete. The target that time, Michael Thomas. And it's third down. Here comes the 7th play now of this drive as this is 3rd and 10.
Good. Ready.
Breeze now. Cook with a first down and much more. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Lutz with the extra point. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6.
Yellow.
First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And ready to get the party started for the second half. It was an even first half, all tied on the scoreboard. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You've probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. On third down, Cousins. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. He's picked off at his own 47, and they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory. Johnson was the intended receiver. Cousins on first down. And Diggs has it. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. It's a gain of 16, and the Vikings have the first down as well. First down, here's the run with Cook. Cook with a first down and much more. And he's finally down at the 21-yard line. That good for 22 and a first down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Throwing, Cousins. That one into the hands of Thielen, complete. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. Working out of the gun, Cousins. It's complete to Diggs. That'll bring up second and goal after the gain of 5. On second and goal, Cook waiting in the backfield all alone. Throwing is Cousins to the end zone, but it's incomplete. Stephon Diggs, his intended receiver. But now it's third and goal. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. Third and goal. To the air again, it's Cousins. Flush to his right. And he will go down outside of the pocket for a sack. Tried to get away, but could not. Alex Anzalone coming in to drop him for a loss of 8, and it also brings up fourth. Bailey's kick is good, and they take a 17-14 lead. Well, they don't get a touchdown here on the opening drive of the third quarter, but I think maybe you still say mission accomplished as they come away with the lead.
No, absolutely. You keep the pressure on, right? You go downfield, get some points up on the board, and hope that you've motivated your defense to take the field and hold that lead.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave him trying to convert on third and 9. And Gibbs got it. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. Now Kamara. And he'll push his way up to about the 44 here. Anthony Harris on the tackle. From the 44, Breeze. It's Hill, complete. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. That one, a first down pickup of 8. You can just kind of sense the momentum turning here. It's first and 10. On the ground, this is Kamara. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll make it second and 12. Gets this one to Hill. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. That was play number 7 on this drive, and it got him 7 yards. To throw is Breeze. He gets it to Thomas. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. They get only 4 that time as that leads us to a 4th down. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
Hey, Orbit.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike. Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Let's go, Heavy. Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got?
Breeze to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. 17 there, and a New Orleans first down. Breeze now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Kamara. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. They run it again with Kamara. And he'll get this one down to about the 17.
Ready? Good kill.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. That'll be complete to Cook. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Only way to get the lead here, of course, with a touchdown. And that's what they're gunning for on 1st and goal. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage, back at the 6. Nothing doing there as the 13th play of the drive proves to be unlucky. Kamara trying again. And he gets him a little bit closer. He takes it from the 6 inside the 5 to the 4. This a big play for both sides. What will we see here? 3rd and 4. They'll try to run it in. It's Kamara. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the 1st. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down. This is a long drive offensively. Wouldn't you hate to end this with just 3 points?
Does it feel like during a ball game you have certain narratives going on and there's certain drives that seem to take on just a bit more importance than others? This feels like one of those, doesn't it? To me, 3 points here, a major letdown. This is the time to go and put 6 on the board.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they had 3 points last time, but they didn't want 3 points because they were well within range of scoring a touchdown. We'll see if they can do better now.
I'm with you on that one. Let's just go ahead and be frank about the whole thing. The only one happy about the 3-point
kicker.
Exactly. He put it through the post. That's going to help him at contract time. But that offense, they're thinking, let's get in the end zone this time.
I don't know if that helped him at contract time. You could have kicked that one through.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because
this is caught inside the 15. Touchdown, New Orleans. Ted Ginn, his 2nd touchdown of the night. And they are able to break the tie and move out in front here in this 4th quarter. Lutz will look to add the extra point. And they will take a 7-point lead now. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Lets it fly for Thielen. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. To throw, Cousins. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
Whistles now in a timeout defensively. So a wise move as they'll use the first of their timeouts to force one more play before the 2-minute warning. The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Setting up the screen for Cook. We've got a 1-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So the Vikings in possession of the football as we get you reset. And they've got a 4th down now in a game that, to be honest, has been pretty much everything we could have asked for. They'll look to throw. And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. A little bit of a backbreaker right there. You're down close, one-score game, trying to push the ball down the field and score, and you throw a pick 6.
And sometimes you take a little bit of a gamble when you're making your throws, right? Sometimes you press it a little bit more than maybe you wanted to because you want that score so badly. In this case, it cost them.
This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. And they gave up the pick 6, and now they'll be looking to right the ship here. Now, as a quarterback, are you a little more cautious this go-around? And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport, the first-rounder out of UTSA with a sack. Another try after the first down sack. Cousins. And he finds a man on a crossing route. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. On play action, Cousins. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. A big play there, Cousins to Thielen. 58 yards. Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Cousins. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Read it well, and it's picked. This spot in the 4th quarter with that deficit, had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
So after the INT, it's Breeze. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
And it is true. You can draft the fastest. You can draft the most athletic guys. But if they don't know the art of positioning, sometimes it's all for naught. In this case, in the right spot, help force the incompletion.
Well, had his hands on it for a second. Would have been a and got his man complete. And he is down deep into Minnesota territory. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
General West.
Try to pound it in, Kamara. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 10-yard line. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside.
Opposite. Hey, Delta.
Breeze going to throw here. Cook's got it. Touchdown Saints. Jared Cook, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15. Here are the Vikings now to start their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for him.
Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. Now Cousins. Johnson's got it complete. A big gain there after going backwards, and that'll lead to a third down. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. The Vikings on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Cousins to throw it. He's going to let it fly. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. The Saints are winners here as we say so long from New Orleans.